Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is, Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM-certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 101 of The Mom Game. And I want to compliment myself because I just did that entire read with a giant hair stuck in my lip gloss. But I fought through.
You did.
Here
I
we
had
are.
no idea.
I know. I mean, I'm a true professional.
Yeah.
True professional.
So we're 101.
101. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs.
Yes. Hi.
Same. Here's our wine.
We're still us.
Yeah,
We have wine.
We do. It's early. It's before noon, but I needed.
Don't tell.
I know it's okay though. I mean, I feel like a glass makes us a little looser and produces
does.
better content for our audience. So we're doing this for you guys. We're doing this for you. This is for the audience.
We really are. We're martyrs for you.
Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Yeah. So time to start another 100.
Another 100.
Yeah,
Did you know that kids these days are dressing up on the 100 and first day of school?
Okay, we do it
Two.
100.
We do 100 and 101.
That's not okay. This is.
See, I knew this would be like a point where we have a different opinion.
You've triggered me.
And guess what I think it's cute. Guess what they dress up as?
Dalmatians.
Yes.
Okay. I can't deal. I can't. And
I think it might only be kindergartners though.
Okay. But we've just gotten done with the
Old
wrinkles
man,
and the
old
old
woman, which we didn't. Did you do that when you were little?
No,
I didn't either.
And ours wasn't dress up like you're old. You could dress up like you're old, but like ours was do 100 things on a shirt.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how fucking tedious that is to do 100 of anything on a shirt?
Yes.
And this
With,
is why.
like,
and I'm a curmudgeon mom.
Stickers. That'd be easy.
We did. So Miss Vicky, if you've listened to
Miss
the show
Vicky
for a
did your
while,
project.
Miss Vicky, she assisted. Let's just say that Miss Vicky's patience level is so large compared to mine.
Yeah.
And God, she's just such a good human being. But anyway, yeah. So Vicky did it, and I think we did like those little fuzz balls for Hattie that said 100. And then I forget what we did with Henry. We may have Miss Vicky wasn't involved. We may have just done a Sharpie with like 100 on there and some Cheerios or something.
Well, my story might be worse.
Okay, so what did you do?
Well, Ryder had to bring 100 items of anything, right? Like, something little.
Pennies.
So we did pennies because this is.
Oh, see?
We did pennies last year because he's
okay.
repeating kinder at a different school, right?
Okay.
So I thought about taking the whole project and just bringing it again.
Yeah.
Because it's new school, new teacher, but like I knew the kid wouldn't be able to keep it a secret.
Right.
So we picked a different item and we picked acorns because they're just outside.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. So he and I did it, of course, like late at night, and we had them all organized, counting, and put them in a bag, and wrote Ryder's acorn. He wrote Ryder's acorns, so it was like his handwriting. So I was like, I'm killing it.
Yeah.
So he comes home the next day and
Gosh.
he's like, Mom, I only had like 87 acorns.
Oh no.
Told you I'm not good at math. I don't know what
Listen,
happened.
Counting to 100 can be hard.
Well, I think some of them might. I'm still claiming we were right because we did it. I counted over and over. I think some of them might have fallen out in the backpack or something. But I was like, God, this teacher's got to think I'm such a spaz.
Right. Well, what did anybody bring like super cool stuff?
Probably.
Like dollar bills or something?
Yeah, 100, 100.
100. No. So he wasn't like ashamed of the fact that you brought acorns.
No.
He just was ashamed not ashamed, but he was
We
just
didn't
like,
count
just
right.
didn't
And that was the
count
whole
right.
point, was to bring 100 for 100 days. And somehow I screwed that up. It just makes me think about Valentine's. How'd y'all's Valentine's situation go?
It was good. So our PTA offers, this is the ultimate
You can do it.
parent give
They
up.
do it for you.
So it's the 5th grade fundraiser. And so the 5th grade, you like literally go online, you put your kid's name in and you know what class they're in. So they cross check, make sure that each person in the class has a little whatever from Henry and one from Hattie.
Wow.
And then I was able to give them each a pencil pouch with a couple pencils in it from mom and dad. So literally with 2 minutes on the computer and helping out our PTA.
Yeah, there you go.
Such good work.
Yeah.
So supporting the PTA, and I didn't have to do anything.
So that was presents for your kids?
So that was right. They got a
Okay.
pencil pouch at school, and that's it. We don't do Valentine's presents.
Well, I don't really either, but do they do something for the class?
So right. So the PTA took care. The
Oh,
5th
for
graders
the
took
class.
care of that.
Okay.
So it gets delivered that morning, and then the
Wow.
kid, and then Henry got there, and there was 23 whatever
From Henry.
from him, all labeled, everything done.
That's amazing.
Brilliant. It's brilliant, especially for a lazy ass like me that's not creative.
Yeah.
And I just don't, I feel like I do okay at parenting in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That,
things that matter.
that stuff,
I'm the same.
it stresses me out.
We're the same because I can't do that stuff either. Half of our
No, you looked like you had
I
something.
tried.
You did like a little individual bags and stuff.
Well, Anna's class, I nailed it for Anna's class.
Okay, nailed it.
But I ran out of steam when I got to Ryder's. And half of his ended up in Ziplocs.
Yeah, well.
And then I was like, well, I mean, I ran out of steam and I ran out of bags. And so I was like, well, I'll do Ziplocs and I'll cut off the ugly part and tie it with a ribbon. But then I did one and I was like,
Way
this
too
sucks.
hard.
And Ryder was like, Mom, just give him the Ziplocs.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll give the boys the Ziplocs because boys don't care. And then the girls will get the bags. And then, of course, like they didn't have time to figure out who got what. And so I think everybody got Ziplocs, but I don't care.
No, and they don't care either.
They got cookies
because
and
you know
Hershey
what?
Kisses.
Yes, and you know what happens is, so I brought some family friends home from school, the early kids, and so there was 4 of my kids. There was 4 kids at our house after the Valentine's Day parties because also you get to go home right after the Valentine's
Yep.
party. So my kids I don't think they care if I come to the party, but they want to be able to go home early.
Yeah.
And so I took the 4 of them home and it was like Halloween.
Yeah.
They all got in a section, tore through everything,
Fun.
ripped off all the, packaging, and then we're like trading. You want some of this, you want some of that. So they don't care.
Yeah.
But I admire your effort.
I tried.
Yeah,
I
I admire
tried.
that because I don't even try. And like same thing for the decorating of the boxes.
Yeah.
So Miss Vicky found these white boxes with the hole in the top, and then my kids slapped some stickers on there and wrote their names and like hearts and whatever, and we were done.
Wow.
There was no cutting, there was no glue,
Yeah.
there was no pasting.
I always
there
have
was-
like wonderful intentions for all these things.
Yeah, I
and then
know.
it doesn't happen.
yeah.
It just
well,
falls,
that's
falls by the
intentions
wayside.
are good.
Yeah,
I don't.
They are.
ever. But yeah, 100 and 101 is a little bit much.
I know. It was
Yeah.
cute though. But 101, the 101st day got canceled because of the freeze.
Oh yeah.
and they didn't make it up.
Valentine's Day. Do you and Kelly celebrate Valentine's Day?
No, I mean, yes, but no. Like he's always gone.
Yeah.
Like just it's the way the schedule works out for whatever reason. He's always gone. He's usually somewhere terrible like Winnipeg.
Right.
But this week he was in Colorado. We did get to have a quick lunch before he left town with Anna, and then he got a flat tire in the parking lot, and then I had to drive him to the airport, and then I had to deal with his flat tire in his car.
Oh, fun.
For Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. But he did think ahead and get me some flowers. That was nice.
Oh, that was sweet.
We usually will just do like at some point in February, we'll go on like a fun date, you know? What about you guys?
Well, so I'm super like, I'm not anti Valentine's Day, but I'm like, there's just no need to like blow this thing out.
Yeah.
And so we don't buy each other gifts or anything like that. But Mike did send me flowers, which I was totally surprised by. And it was very sweet. And the thing I appreciated the most was the card. He wrote a really sweet note, which Mike is not a very, we're affectionate. We tell each other we love each other, but like, he's not like overly expressive in, like I couldn't do this without you and to see it and like have it in writing to where I can like pull it out if I ever
Sometimes
doubt.
you forget. Yeah.
It's nice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I feel like on the I try to maybe kind of overcompensate for that. Like I'm like super like I tell my kids 800 times a day how much I love them. I tell Mike all the time how much I love him, and he always says love you. I mean, he's just not very expressive, which I don't know that a lot of men are. I'm sure some of them are. He's just not, and I'm fine with that. But I will say when you get kind of an unexpected, and for me it was unexpected, even though it was Valentine's because we don't really do shit on Valentine's Day. And it really meant a lot to me. And I kind of teared up a little bit reading the card, and I was really proud. We're going to have husband talk later on. So we probably need to save most of this. But anyway, so it was nice. It was nice. I love to have fresh flowers in the house. They're beautiful.
I know.
And yeah, so it was great. And then I cooked crab cakes.
Whoa.
Hey now.
Look at you.
Hey,
That's
now.
better than Valentine's.
Crab cakes. And can I tell you how easy they were? So
No.
Mike went to Costco.
I won't believe you.
I swear, went to
Okay.
Costco over the weekend, and he's like, I got this. I guess at Costco they had this like jumbo lump crab meat or whatever, and it had a recipe on there, and I had all the ingredients except for mayonnaise. Who eats mayonnaise? Do you eat mayonnaise?
Oh yeah.
You do.
I mean, I don't like eat a ton of it, but it's always in my house.
It is. See, we never have mayonnaise.
I would
in
have
the
probably
house.
only had mayonnaise from your list.
So nothing else.
Nothing else.
It was like dry mustard. I couldn't believe I had dry mustard.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Like who even whatever. But anyway, so I didn't want to go to the store for 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So I put a thing on my neighborhood Facebook page. It was like, anybody got
Really?
2 tablespoons?
You don't have like a knock on
of
door neighbor that
mayonnaise?
you can, or like a text?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that would have been more effective.
We text
well,
all the
in
time.
fairness, I did text 2 of my good girlfriends in the neighborhood, and they both crickets me. And I was like,
Oh no.
screw you, now I have to go to the store.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to the store, which is a completely pointless story. But
No,
yes, I made
no,
the crab
it's-
cakes,
it's
and they
valuable
took,
to me.
But they took like, I mean, prep time to get the mixture all ready was like maybe 10 minutes. And then the cooking, I pan fried them, and they were actually really good. I was really proud of myself.
And was the family proud?
Yeah, Henry tried them, thought they were good. Hattie walked around the house like this. And she was like, oh my God, it smells so bad. I can't even come in here.
Oh.
So she did not try them. And Mike loved them.
Okay, good.
And I had them for leftovers yesterday. for
Yeah.
lunch.
So
Victory for me.
3 out of 4 liked
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
So that's good. That's
Yeah.
a win.
Yes,
You can't please
absolutely.
them all.
Yeah.
Good for you. I
Yeah.
kind of don't mind when Kelly's gone because I don't really have to worry about we just have a normal day, you know?
But like I just saw, our friends Sandra and Adrian Beltre. And
I've heard of them.
And Adrian just posted on Instagram and his stories like, still feeling the Valentine's Day love from Casabel, which is his wife. She's got heart-shaped strawberries, heart-shaped pancakes, and heart-shaped eggs. It's 2 days after Valentine's, Sandra. Stop making us look bad. Like,
Yeah.
who can do this? I mean, she can, but I'm like, how do you even make heart-shaped eggs? I mean, I guess you just keep pushing them around.
The cynic in me is like, well, if I had millions of dollars, I'd make heart-shaped
This is true.
eggs.
This is true. Yeah.
Not that it's not like heartfelt.
I need a couple $1 million, and
if
then
I
I'm
just
going to
had
make
a bunch
you
of money
and then I'm going
and
to
like
make you
a
some
lot
heart-
of time,
I know.
then maybe or maybe not.
I still wouldn't.
I'd probably just spend it on shit like
Oh.
for me. And
Or I would pay someone to make it.
you'd still have Miss Vicky
Definitely.
making you heart-shaped
please.
shit.
Can you whip me up some heart-shaped eggs? Like, let's be real. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, not to discredit her because I do feel like she's probably awesome. And some people just are like,
And I've
so
always
into that's their love language.
she is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I've told them a million times, like, if I could live with one family, like as a grown adult,
Yeah.
like right now
You
at
told
this
him that on
stage
the mom.
in my life, I would live with y'all.
Yeah.
Because Sandra just she's just so good at everything. I just want to go live with them.
I feel sad sometimes for like my husband.
same.
You know, when it's like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you deserve
Yeah,
this
what are
stuff.
you-
But
Mike-
I think Emily with us, they knew.
They know. Listen, there
No one
was
forced
no
them to
false
marry us.
advertisement here. I mean, come
Right.
on. He knew this shit show
Yeah,
he was walking
it's not like
into.
I was Betty Crocker till the day we got married, and then I
Yes.
just like sat on my ass.
No.
like no.
No.
I've always kind of sat on my ass.
Yeah, right.
Slash, like
Well, I mean, it's not.
we're doing other things.
Cooking is not our thing.
No, cooking's not our thing.
No, it's
And
not.
We just are gonna own it.
Yeah.
We can do
They
other
knew what they were
things.
doing, though.
They like that they can sit and.
That's like me saying, like,
watch-
oh, I had no idea you were going to want to play golf and go fishing. Like,
Right.
bullshit. I knew that
Right.
going in.
Right.
You know?
Yep, you get what you get. And you don't throw a fit.
There was no false advertisement
What I
here.
tell my kids. I guess that can apply to relationships too.
Absolutely.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. It's a good reminder.
It is. Okay, we need to get to the meat.
We need to get to the
show.
meat.
And it's
Yes.
going to start with Sports Squirts.
Yes, it
Presented
is Sports
by
Sports.
Baylor
Sports
Scott and White.
Sports presented by Baylor Scott and White, one of our good longtime sponsors here on the show. Here's a little bit about what they have going on right now for the month of February. It's time to be the best and healthiest version of yourself. Cheers to that. Make sure
to a
to
glass
take
of wine at 11 a.m.
an active approach to your healthcare journey by taking precautionary measures. Health screening is huge, right? Go in and see what's going on with your body. It's not like something you want to find out that there's a bunch of surprises along the way. Trust me. You can go in, you can get a health screening. They're easy, and it's a preventative approach to being the healthiest version of you. Also, this is big. Consider scheduling your annual mammogram in order to detect early signs of breast cancer. The mammogram is just a simple low X-ray procedure that can ensure breast health. Go get your mammogram. And just my personal PSA in there, I don't think you need to wait till you're 40 or over. Ask your doctor about it because, as we all know, it hit me at 28. Make sure you get your annual checkup with a primary care physician or your OBGYN for a pap smear as a precaution to potentially harmful or cancerous processes. This simple test can significantly help in the prevention of cancer. So that's just a few of the things, the health screening type things that you can be doing. And it's our friendly reminder to make sure and do it. Visit bswhealth.com/Joan Katz. That's JOANKATZ to find a physician or talk with one of their certified navigators to figure out your next steps. So you can just call and say, hey, I know I need to get screening. This is how old I am. What do I need to do? And help me. And they will help you. And that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Also thinking about looking ahead to skin checks.
Yep.
All that stuff as the summer is approaching, though it doesn't feel like it all the
I
time
know.
around here.
Yeah. It's easy to forget about all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
for
make sure
sure.
you don't, and keep Baylor in mind because they're our friends. And if you like us and you like the show, then you'll want to support them too.
Yeah, for sure. And they took good care of you.
They did take good care of me.
Took good
I'm
care of
still
you.
here because
Yep.
of them.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so
It'd be awkward if you had to do a show by yourself.
it would be super awkward if the person who approached me about doing this show did not exist. So that
Right?
would be really,
The ghost of me.
really awkward. Okay, so sports squirts. Rams win the Super Bowl. You win the bet.
I won the bet, and you know what? I didn't realize it until you
Congratulations.
put that in our notes.
Yeah, you won the
Because
bet because
My team that I picked lost, and I didn't think to
Right.
think about the spread.
but they only lost by 3.
Right.
Now, do you want to gamble all the time?
Oh, no.
Dude,
I'm
it's
still not
so
cut out
fun.
for it.
I know, and it's funny because I usually gamble, like even if I don't gamble all year, I'll put something on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Okay.
We had people over and we did Super Bowl squares. Which was really fun for the kids. Like I taught them how the
Yeah.
Super Bowl squares work, and I thought that was really fun. And so that gave me a little bit of juice. I think you know why I didn't gamble this year, or I didn't feel the need to put something on the game.
Why?
Because of the fucking halftime show. Because I was so excited about the halftime show.
So
That
what
it
you're
was
saying
like-
is you didn't need to manufacture that excitement via
Yeah.
gambling because you already had
Bingo.
your own natural excitement.
Bingo.
I like it.
Is that says something about me that I need to
No, but
manufacture?
it's kinda
I mean,
all
it's
of
like
us. No,
the
it's
Rams and the
everybody.
Bengals, and
Right.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
there's great storylines there, but I'm not like in it. But I was so into the halftime show.
good.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
We had like 12 kids at our house, or how many ever, and I was like, the grown-ups are outside. You guys, I don't care what you do to the inside. Y'all stay in there.
You didn't even want them around for the halftime
No,
show.
well, they could be in watching. it.
Right,
I don't need
but not
them-
with you.
No,
'Cause you
I
wanted
needed
to focus.
Yes, this is grown-up time.
Did you dance?
Watching. I mean, no, I didn't.
What was your favorite part?
I think Eminem.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks good.
Yeah, I know.
He's like 50. He looks great. Mary J. Blige. Are you effing kidding me with how
awesome.
she looks?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
they
and it's not that it's all about looks, but she's still got. I mean,
But-
that woman has got it.
Yeah, and that's probably what people talked about most, though, because when you're seeing all of these people that you remember a certain way, and then they're doing the Super Bowl halftime show, like everyone I was with was like, "Oh my God, look how good they look!" Or "Look how
my-
bad they look!" Or "How old are they now?" Like that was the topic
And
of
then
conversation.
Snoop and his moves.
Yeah,
Like I was obsessed with that.
I know.
Dre playing the fake piano.
Yep.
Into that. I was into the whole thing.
We
and
both
I
had-
actually liked 50 Cent, and everybody's totally dogging him. They're like, he's so spare. He didn't even belong on the stage with that guy, with those guys. And I was like, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I always like 50 Cent in
Yeah.
the club, man.
I mean, in the club.
What was the one? It was like 50 cents now due to
Oh, inflation.
Yeah, or whatever.
I know
Like,
everybody's running to Twitter to make the funniest
the inflation jokes.
halftime Super
I made a
Bowl
good joke.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it?
It said, that was good. I almost had forgotten about Dre. I thought it was kind
I
of
like
good.
it. I just
Because I
tweeted.
really did. And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's like his long
I
song
like
lyrics.
it. I like it. And I tweeted just Mary period effing period J period.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Just to express my love for Mary J. Blige. And I got a lot of support for it. And then I got some worst part ever, worst halftime show ever, like whatever.
Like,
which
settle
is fine.
down, people.
I still am obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Totally obsessed
No,
with her.
it was good. I did
She's
wonder what
fantastic.
people like outside of our demographic thought.
My kids liked it.
They did. Did
Yeah.
they know?
I
I
mean-
mean, they didn't know. Maybe if
No,
they've heard you play
they know
the songs.
they know Go Shorty. It's your birthday.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That one's
They
pretty
know that.
timeless.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Birthdays
thought it
will
was great.
continue on into the end of time, and that's one of the
Yes.
biggest birthday songs.
Birthday staple for sure.
Yes.
When my kids wake up on their birthday, that's what I play for them.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh,
I'm not.
you
But it's a
should.
good idea. I probably should start doing
You
that.
probably should.
Yeah. So the Super Bowl was great.
It was fun.
You won the bet. Are we paying out anything?
Do I get to do your hair?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if you really
you do?
committed
Bring
to
a
that or not.
curling
Like you were
iron,
trying
or-
to shy away from it the whole time. I was trying to force.
I don't care. I mean, it's not.
I feel like it'd be funny.
This.
Like if I do a funny hairstyle,
Yeah.
and you have to wear it for the whole show.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, I like bits. Bits are
Okay,
fun.
we'll do a bit where,
Okay.
and I'm really bad at doing hair, just FYI. So even if I try my hardest.
Obviously, I'm not so good at it.
Okay, so next show or when we don't have a guest?
Sure. Yes, when we don't have a guest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay, this will be fun.
Okay. Stars, how are they doing?
The Stars.
They just win a big game.
They won last night.
Okay, so they won Tuesday night.
So they won Tuesday night. It was the first game on this week-long road trip.
Oh, joy.
Oh, yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah. So it was much needed because they lost to the same Colorado team, who's one of the best teams. I mean, they're up there in the standings and in the division. They're in the Stars division. They've become a bit of a rival. They lost to Colorado at home on Super Bowl Sunday. I took the kids
Didn't they
to
get
the game.
shithoused in that game?
Yeah, 4-0.
Oh, okay.
They had won 2 games before that. So this team just continues to be like this.
Yeah, roller coaster.
Joe Pavelski, though, had 2 goals last night. I mean, the man is like just on fire and being one of the
Oh, yeah.
oldest on the team. You know, it's really cool. So he's leading the way. Jake Ottinger had, I think, his best game in net last night, which is
46
good.
shots
Yes.
stopped.
Yes. Look at you. Yeah.
I got to get my kids to a Stars game.
Yeah.
Henry's dying to go.
Well,
I've got to do that.
Let's go.
Okay.
Or I'll just
right,
give
stop.
you tickets. You don't have to go with me.
I'd love to go with you.
I'm always like, can I come with you? To
Yes.
everybody that ever says that to me, because I'm just like, go alone with the kids. Anyways, so that was good. That was promising. We'll see how they, finish out this road trip. It could be one of those like make or break kind of things. If they get on a roll here and win the next few games on this trip, they could be launched into a tier where they need to be as far as the standings, and then they're really hanging in there till the end. If they don't, then the trade deadline's coming up and people start talking about doing deals. One thing that stood out, I listened to some of the game last night, but I had to go to sleep. But I guess people in Colorado were saying, like, wouldn't Joe Pavelski be a good asset for the Avalanche at the trade deadline? And they're, for some reason, talking about like how they want Joe Pavelski, probably because he played in the All-Star game and he played with a couple guys on a line from the Avalanche, and the 3 of them like were really good in the All-Star game. But I'm over here like, what are you talking about? You can't just pick people that you want to take from our team and say that they're going to be available at the trade deadline. We're not trading Joe Pavelski.
No
like
way.
we're not sellers yet. Like, come on. Don't bury us at this point. Their Stars are still hanging in. So I think that the interesting thing to keep an eye on, because this ownership group is not, they've kind of lost their patience with the whole thing over time.
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting to see how things go in the next couple of weeks and how it affects the coaching staff.
Ooh.
There could be like shakeup if
Yeah.
things don't go well. If things do go well, then Rick Bowness, I think, has until the end of this season on his contract. So
Yeah.
that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Especially you.
Especially me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Stars,
There's the
Mavs.
Stars.
traded away Kristaps Porzingis.
Right after we did the show, where I was expressing for the first time frustration.
Yeah. And I think everybody had super high expectations of him, and that he could be that Robin to Luka's Batman.
Yep.
And then they get Spencer Dinwiddie and how do you pronounce this dude's name? It's like it looks like Davis, but it's not. It's
Bertrand's.
I
think it's Dave. I've heard
it's not Davis. It's a fancy way of saying
Davis.
Whatever.
Probably Davis.
Yes. And so now they have played
Davis Bertrand's.
Yes, Davis. Which I wonder how that works. Like,
well, it's got
Where's he from?
Latvia, I believe, which is also
no wonder. That makes total sense.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Like he was born in Chicago.
He doesn't look like I thought he was going to look like when I got to see what he looked like last night, like a bit of a ginger.
Yeah.
But he had a good debut in the Mavericks win over the Heat,
which is a big deal
on Tuesday night, which is a big deal.
They're playing good.
They're playing well, and so all the discourse after that trade was interesting. Like people were very. It was a polarizing move one way or the other, because you have the people that are like, I can't believe we gave away KP for these two guys that no one really knows.
But it's all about future flexibility.
Right. And you have the people that are like, I'm so glad someone took KP. Being as out of the lineup as he's been, and he just really, in a few years here, never really got going. And you can only wait so long. And I liked him as a guy, as a person, whenever I heard his interviews. And then it was also interesting. I don't know if it's just coincidence. Like the day he gets traded, Luka goes off for 50 something.
Yeah. Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic? That's all I'm going to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe what Luka needs is just a stronger supporting cast all around him, and not necessarily one other guy that's going to be like the Robin to his Batman.
I mean, I still think you're going to need somebody that's a little more dominant, and maybe maybe Jalen Brunson's the guy.
Kleber
maybe
had
Maxi
a great
Kleber's the
game
guy.
last
Who knows?
night.
But yeah, there's a lot to be seen. But they're encouraging. They're still fun to watch. They're still in it. Same way with the Stars. Like you're looking at two teams that, as Major League Baseball is in a lockout. We're waiting to see what the Cowboys do in the offseason, all that kind of stuff. At least those two are keeping our attention.
Yeah,
which I think is great.
Yeah,
and then let's talk Olympics and the news desk, because that's very, very newsy.
Well, the Olympics, I don't know what your general thoughts are on the Olympics.
I have not watched a lick of the Olympics.
Same.
I've followed some of the controversy that's come from it, and that is legit it.
Right.
It's not doing anything for me.
Did you prior to this?
Some casually, especially the Winter Olympics, like very casually.
Yeah.
So I don't know numbers are way down, but then I read somewhere that actually the numbers aren't way down.
Oh.
That the streaming is way up, and like the alternative channels other than just main NBC are actually doing well. So I don't know. I'm just not into it. I've never been super into the Winter Olympics, but like I would watch, like if the US wasn't eliminated from hockey at men's side, I would watch that. I will watch the women's gold medal game. I feel like that's, something I can get behind and get into.
Yep.
But like the skiing and stuff, like I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's just,
the racing is like.
Right. But then I don't like, maybe this is me. Like I almost need to have the competition taking place in front of me. Where I need 8 guys on an individual mountain time skiing down
compared to another individual time, like doesn't really do it.
I don't know. I'm just simplifying it in my head. Maybe I'm just so basic that that's all I can handle. Is like for
just
everything to happen at once.
2 teams,
right? And then I guess like the figure skating, which we'll get to in a minute. The figure skating can be really cool to watch and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I don't know. I mean, and with the right situation, I guess I could get into it.
You know how we find a way to like spin anything into having mom guilt?
Yeah.
Like I'm having mom guilt that I'm not getting my kids into the Olympics. And they're young. Like we've got time.
Yeah, you've got time.
But I have memories when I was little, like watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
And like I remember like where I was when I saw Carrie Strug. Like granted, that's summer, and I think gymnastics has always been a little more fun for me to watch and follow for whatever reason. But when she landed that vault, like I was in Ohio with my whole family, and we had one TV, and we were all watching.
One leg?
Yes, the one leg. Yeah.
She was hobbling. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know, but I'm the same. Like we've barely watched.
You've got time.
I've got time.
Pick it up this summer.
Yeah.
or next summer,
Well,
or
and
whenever this summer is that they're going to have the Olympics again.
Yeah, in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think too, part of the reason is that this Olympics just generally felt weird.
Yeah.
With China and all the the stuff going on with them, the foreign politics that then all of a sudden played into it, the COVID, where athletes just sound like they're being jailed,
Sounds awful.
and so I think I'm trying to live in a world where things are getting better.
Yeah.
In that regard, and I think
yeah.
they are. But at the Olympics, things aren't getting better in that regard, and so I don't want to watch it. Is that bad? I'm just gonna be oblivious to all of this. But one thing that has really, I feel like, grabbed the headlines when it comes to the Olympics. This is actually the headline. It was in The Athletic. It says a black eye for an already lackluster Olympics, which is basically what we're saying. Like, the Olympics didn't feel good, and now they're a little worse. One of the headlines that I feel like has been everywhere is about the Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva.
Yes.
She tested positive for a banned substance,
Which we're going to get to in the TMG news desk.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was our news. That was our news.
I had a late switch, but that's okay. I can
had a
touch. Yeah, I'll touch on this in the news desk too.
Oh, okay.
There was something that went down with the NFL today that I kind of wanted to talk about, and I emailed you.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I was
okay.
driving,
No worries.
so I didn't get it.
No worries.
Okay.
No, we'll talk more about Camila.
Well, just go here.
Okay,
It
we'll
makes
go
sense.
here. Look at us trying to be organized. We're still not good at it.
Right.
We're
we
trying.
we had a rundown. I was trying to.
We're
figure it
trying.
out.
And this isn't, I don't have much on this, but basically just wanted to discuss it a little bit. Because she tested positive for a banned substance at age 15, one that is supposed to increase blood flow. I'm like,
yeah, I haven't.
what is this?
Yeah,
I need
that's
it. Does
all
that
I've-
help me have energy?
That's what I said. That's basically the only thing I've taken from this Olympics is this controversy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, she's 15 and they're pumping her full of shit. Like, it's unreal.
And then to not be penalized for it.
And
so
then
they
she's
met and
because
they
they're
said,
basically everybody's scary. They're so scary of Russia. Like everybody, and I'm like,
isn't that
I don't
That's
know.
why the
This
Olympics
whole
are
thing
just
is
feeling
fucked
weird
up.
to me.
So gross.
It feels gross. Like
Yeah.
we're scared of Russia, so we're not going to penalize her. And then,
And then you had Sha'Carri Richardson.
yes, the Dallas local,
who was a total stud and
didn't get to run in the Summer Olympics
Yeah.
because she tested positive for marijuana, which
Right.
these days is like
Listen.
kind of nothing.
Yeah.
So I think she has every right to be upset about that,
For sure.
and she's vocalized that since. And it's just kind of weird that.
yeah. And the whole story that the Russian chick is saying is that like she got it by like she drank after her grandfather who takes this heart medication. Like, are we serious?
Everyone always has a story.
Is anybody buying that?
Right.
Like, come on. Do you think we're
and
complete
she's
idiots?
and she's supposed to, and she's like the favorite, like she's one of
Right.
the best. She's
I don't
supposed to
know.
win,
I just-
and they're saying now like they won't.
they won't do a ceremony,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's all effed up. And she's that. She 15 and they're pumping her full of that stuff.
Yeah,
Do I think for 1 second she went and did a research and was like, oh, if I take this blood thinner, whatever it is,
Right, she's
that I'll be
not
able to
doing
perform
it.
better. She didn't go do
15.
that. 15 years old.
It's so young.
They're crazy.
It's crazy, and it makes
It's the freaking Olympics. Like,
I
what
know.
are we doing here?
right. I know.
I mean, I guess it's a big deal, but like you're gonna really
just
put
follow
like
the rules,
right. What if
Everybody.
she drops dead from a heart attack in 2 years because they've
and then you have your gold medal. Cool.
awesome
Yeah.
to put in your casket?
Oh.
No, I'm
yeah.
not. I mean, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like, you can't f with young people like that,
Right.
And like I said, it's not her idea,
Right.
I mean, I think like you get to the professional level and you talk about guys roiding or whatever. That's their choice. They've done. I mean, 15 years old. Come on.
It's messed up. And
gross.
it makes me worry about like some of these sports, because a lot of these sports, the secondary sports, if you will, like the Olympics is what you try to get to.
Right.
And if the Olympics aren't doing well as a whole and they're having all of these issues continue to pop up and the rules aren't making sense and the IOC is all back and forth with their decisions and everything else, it's like, do you want your kid to go learn gymnastics and try to be in the Olympics?
yeah.
With everything. And then the
Or
gymnastics
ice
is a whole
skating.
nother thing.
Oh wait, are we talking about ice skating? Or?
Well, any of them, like all of the
Yes,
Olympic
for
sports.
sure. Oh yeah, I agree.
And swimming and like everything else. And it's good to have that goal.
Yeah.
Because I worry, I don't worry, but I'm like,
I'm a-
I want sports to thrive in
Yes,
general.
right.
And so it worries me.
But I'm going to say right now, I'm officially pulling my kids from future Olympic games.
You are?
Yeah. I'm just not.
Wow,
I'm not
that's
going to do
very-
it. Yeah. I mean,
very bold
I'm
of
taking
you.
a stand right here, right
Okay.
now. My kids will not participate
Hattie's
in the Olympics.
not going to get to participate.
No. I mean, she was going to do that ribbon thing. Whatever that's called.
Yeah. You're a real bee.
I think, I'm just saying, I hope that other people will follow my lead.
Take a stand.
And take a stand.
Pull your kids from the Olympics.
Pull your kids from the Olympics, because I am.
Emily's
You heard
doing
it here
it.
first. No McCoy kids in the Olympics.
There will be no ribbon dancing.
There will be no ribbon dancing.
What about curling?
There will be no curling. There will be none of it. I am taking a stand.
Bow and arrow?
That
thing?
cross country shit. No, there
Yeah.
will be none of it. I'm done. I'm
Okay,
done.
well-
I'm not done with the Olympics. I'm just not going to let my kids participate.
I understand. You got to stand behind
Even
your
though they're in
beliefs.
high- Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That wraps up sports courts.
Yeah, it does.
Now it's time for What's on Your Feed. Do you like that little intro?
Oh, we should capture that and replay it.
Replay it all the time. And What's on Your Feed is brought to us by Bottle Rover, which we have become familiar with. Bottle Rover is an alcohol delivery platform, free delivery on any order of $50 or more. You can shop nearby local liquor stores so you can support local while still making it convenient for you. Search and browse your favorite beer, wine, or spirits from any mobile device, anywhere, delivered to your door. So you just schedule your orders for pickup or delivery. And it's a Dallas-based company that has nationwide coverage, so you can find a store near you. Just go to bottlerover.com or download the app, available on iOS or Android. Search for your favorites, then have them delivered to your door.
Love it.
Yes, and you have personal experience.
I
with
have
the Bottle
personal
Rover.
experience.
We got us some vino.
We got us some
Thanks to
vino.
Bottle Rover.
I feel like one good thing to come out of the pandemic was like all of these delivery
Yes.
options. I love all of the delivery things, everything.
Yes, all of
Deliver
it.
me everything.
Deliver me all the things,
Especially
especially my alcohol.
Especially my wine.
Yes. I mean, we make it through days. We need to reward ourselves, or we wake up in the morning and make it to
Need
a
to
podcast.
reward
We need
ourselves.
to reward ourselves. Yeah. So we are thankful to Bottle Rover, their partnership. It's been fun to get to know those guys.
Yeah, and we'll have them
And
on.
we're gonna have him in studio, or Corey Gerstner, who's I forget his title. It's like he's
COO.
a high-ranking official within
COO,
the
I
Bottle
believe.
Rover organization. I got it wrong last time.
No, I got it wrong.
Oh, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe we both got it wrong.
or we both got it wrong. But anyway, Corey's going to be here. Former Texas Tech. He was a pitcher. I'm almost positive. It's been too long since that happened. But when I was in Lubbock, that's
Yeah,
when I
it was
first
a
met
baseball
Corey.
player.
Yeah. And super good dude. And they're all good people.
Yeah.
At Bottle Rover. So happy to support them and happy that they're on board with the mom game. So it is time for What's on Your Feed, which, did you see? Golf. I never thought Super Bowl weekend I would want to come in here and talk about golf.
I know.
But some big shit went down in golf.
Yeah, some big shit went down in golf.
So first
What day was
Saturday,
it?
that was Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Saturday, what's his name? Ryder?
Sam Ryder.
Ryder.
Yeah, who I only have heard of because his last name is Ryder, which is my son's name.
Yep.
And that's the only reason I've heard of him. But he hit a very rare hole-in-one
On 16.
during a professional tournament
Yeah.
on hole 16 at the Waste Management Open in Scottsdale, which
The
is
biggest party hole in all of
the
golf.
biggest party tournament, the biggest party hole. He hit a hole in one. I mean, I was in the other room. Kelly was watching it. I ran in, and it was
yeah.
like, it was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were just beer cans everywhere.
So, yes. Okay, so it took, he went nuts.
Yep.
The crowd went nuts. All it takes is one person throwing a beer onto the green, and everyone followed suit.
Yep.
So my initial thought was, this is super, super cool. But then don't you need to have like a time limit? Like,
Yeah.
okay, everybody has 30 seconds to throw their beer onto the green. I think it's great for golf because golf is considered so stuffy.
I know.
And so highfalutin.
And there were
so
a lot of people that
whatever.
were like, what is this happening to my game?
And
You
so
know?
I thought, but I guess I just didn't want it to drag out so long to where
Yeah.
you've got these poor volunteers trying to pick up 800,000 beer cans and cups and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in on the celebration, and it was spontaneous. Like, you can't dictate that stuff, right?
No,
Like, you
and it just
can't-
happened to be on the craziest hole. Like,
Right.
if that was at the even
But
like
then
the
it happened
Colonial
again
with
the next
Byron
day.
Nelson. It happened again, the next day.
So, but anyway, I think
Carlos Ortiz
I think it's fantastic.
on the same hole.
Yes.
So what is it about? Is it the adrenaline of like knowing?
I'm
you know what I mean?
I would assume that for a professional golfer
And poor
is like the
golfers
coolest,
to never get that. Like other athletes have people going
and
crazy
they
all the
have to
time.
be like,
Yes.
But a lot of times they want that.
Yeah.
Like the whole when you have to hold up the signs that like,
I know.
shh, quiet,
It's-
please. And like,
it's-
what is this?
Maybe the golfers don't really want that.
Some do.
Some do, some don't.
Some do because they'll be like,
Phil
who is
Mickelson,
that talking
Phil
in my?
Mickelson does.
Who is that
Like,
talking in my backswing?
Right.
It's like, shut the. Like what? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like you've got baseball players, football players. Have got
NBA
60,000
players
people
play
screaming at
games
them.
with like all kinds
Shoot,
of
that would be like LeBron shooting a free throw and them holding up a sign and being like, quiet, please.
quiet, please. And they literally are playing like rap music the whole time during NBA
Like,
games.
Come on.
I know.
So I feel like because of that, the uptight reputation that the PGA Tour has, golf in general, very highfalutin and hoity-toity and all that kind of stuff, to be able to show some personality
Yeah.
and to be able to not be so effing stuffy
Yeah.
could go a long way.
Yeah.
Because you need it in that game. You need, it's like baseball. Like you need more kids playing.
Yep.
You need people excited about your game, all that kind of stuff. And if you're going to show me stuff like that, like I'm in.
I know.
And then
And our little kids are going to be in.
right. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, but this whole like, please be quiet. He's trying to take a swing at the golf ball.
and
like,
that's why there's always the goober that's like,
come on.
get in the hole.
Right. But and they even wait until after the guy
Every tournament,
hits.
there's a get in the hole
But
guy.
they even wait until after he hits.
Right.
Like it's like to me, I don't understand it. Like to be and I guess because all I've ever covered is team sports,
Yeah.
huge arenas, all that kind of stuff. To be like, I gotta hold up a sign that's like, quiet, please.
It's-
and then not even just quiet.
Yeah.
Don't nobody move.
Right.
Like when we go to Colonial and
Oh,
they're
I
like,
know.
stop. And I'm like,
Don't take a step. Don't let your skirt
seriously?
like make a shuffle noise if you walk. Like
stop.
Yeah.
Like, are these guys this fragile that they can't handle somebody walking? Or, I mean, I get if you don't want them screaming at you or whatever, but like this whole like, please be quiet, please. And please don't walk, no moving. Everyone just stay still. He's got to hit his tee shot. Thank you. And the approach is
You
coming
should be a
next.
volunteer.
Like, come on.
Right? I know.
Come on. Like, get it together. Like, how much more fun would golf be if it was like,
Crazy and
Crazy.
fun and music.
but
and
that would be way too progressive
you gotta
for the
weed
game
out.
of golf.
You gotta weed out
Yeah.
some of the old farts.
Listen, we are we're fighting an uphill battle here.
I know.
but I will say I thoroughly enjoyed the celebration and the throwing
It
of
was
the shit.
fun, and guess what? It got
was
it
fun?
on. It got golf on Sports Center. It
Uh-huh.
got golf on
It
the
did.
headlines. It got golf on what's on your feed on the mom game.
Okay, and then
We wouldn't be talking about golf.
okay, here's another clip I want to show you. It happened the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and forgive me, but I don't even know who these two guys are, but they made my day. But pre-Super Bowl. Oh, crap, I gotta
Carlos
find it.
Ortiz executed another hole in
No,
one.
not the hole in one.
Oh,
I need the
That's all
guys
I've
who
got.
nailed the putts, and one lifted up his shirt, and the other one took off his shirt and waved it around his head like a helicopter. And
didn't
I
see
thought, okay, shit.
so
okay.
they were professional golfers that did that.
They were at the Waste Management Open,
Golfing.
and so they're like, we're having so much
Yeah.
fun, and maybe it was on.
Maybe-
as you can tell, I'm super prepared.
Maybe
for this.
it's the situation where it's like play to your crowd. Like they knew where they were
right.
at, and they were like, "This is gonna get us
Right.
the headlines."
I just searched shirts off golf on my
It'll work.
Twitter feed. 16th hole. It was on the 16th hole. Harry Higgs. Oh gosh, this is me being a total idiot. I don't know. So there's two of them. Okay, here's the clip. Ted's got the clip. Play it now. One guy lifting up his shirt and dancing around, and then you got another guy who completely took off his shirt and waved it around his head like a helicopter, like the song says. Okay, Harry Higgs and Joel Damon just ripped off their shirts in the middle of a golf tournament on national television. 16 Scottsdale scene. That was TJ Eckert's tweet. Amen.
I'm looking at it now.
And I loved it.
Yeah, he was in 16th place at the time. Here he goes. He rips off his shirt.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
I love it too.
And it's not like I'm here for like the sexiness of the shirt off golfer. It's here because they're having
Yeah, because
some
I've seen sexier.
Same. time, but they're having fun. They're enjoying.
They're having fun. And then this sport, there goes the other guy. So one,
Yes.
then the other. The other one's a little better looking than the first.
So I'm not saying this needs to happen at every tournament. I'm not saying you need to scream at every tee shot. I'm not saying, but let's just make golf a little more fun.
You can tell they're having fun.
Yes.
And they love it.
And they don't want to be stuffy and uptight. And, so it's like, let's everybody just take an early bird CBD gummy.
There you
And
go.
everybody relax.
Everybody relax a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder.
Make your sport a little more fun.
I know. I wonder if you'd see that at a major, because these were all just
sure.
tournaments, other tournaments on the tour that weren't a major. But
And I'm not saying this should be a weekly occurrence,
No.
but it's like the same way with like baseball and
Yeah.
the bat flips
I
and
know.
the personality by the young kids. I'm like, bring all of that to me. All
Yeah.
of it. Bring
Yeah.
me all of the celebrations, all of the bat flips, all of the pimping of the home runs, all of the showing up and not showing up, but all of the like
just make it a
these
little
are
more
games.
fun.
Let's make it.
Are
Let's make them
people
fun and entertaining.
People gravitate to fun.
Yeah. And you know what? As a player, do whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable bat flipping, cool. If you're not, then don't do it.
Yeah.
But give players the ability to express their
Show
personality.
their personality, because that's how you draw fans in.
Yes.
And I think that's obvious in every sport. That's how you
fired
draw
up about
fans.
it.
You did get fired up.
Yeah.
I will say the only difference in golf, right, and some of these other sports, like, it is like the most mentally challenging, independent, and you're on your own, all of that. And
I
that's
agree.
why the volunteers have to be out there and tell people to be quiet.
And
that's how it started.
Yeah.
But maybe it's evolving to where even the players would prefer it another way. I'm like, you get 2 hole-on-ones in a scene where people
Yeah.
are all cheering. Like, there's got to be something there. I'm no expert, psychologist, but there's something there. Like, the players like it, and they like people cheering and having fun. I don't know. Anytime that I'm like running in to watch golf from the other room,
Right.
I feel like that's a win. So I'm with you. We talked about having Colt Knost on, who I still want to have because he could weigh in on this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So could Stephen Bowditch,
Absolutely.
one of our friends who's a former professional golfer.
And so can my brother-in-law, JJ Henry.
There you go.
Yes.
So
I mean,
I like the golf
We have
conversation.
a stable of professional
do.
golfers or former professional golfers that we could
We should
reach
do a
out
golf
to.
show.
We
Yeah.
should do a golf roundtable.
Why not?
Okay.
Golf's
I
something
never
I
thought
wanna,
I would
like,
get
love
so
more.
I like it. I
Yeah.
really do.
I like it. I want to be really into it.
I just never, you know when you get into it, when you get emotionally attached to a player, just like with a lot of
you
other
go.
sports.
Yeah.
Like Phil is so likable.
Yeah.
If Tiger's on the course, you better believe I'm fucking watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they have to create those, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to think like I've always kind of liked Rory.
Rory, yeah.
I liked him because of the whole Caroline Wozniacki thing, and
Yeah.
then they split up. But yeah, there's a lot of fun.
Ricky Fowler
like even
appeals
local
to the young
guys here in
kids.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Ricky Fowler
for
and
sure.
his bright orange everything.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think we need to dive into golf a little more.
We can.
Okay.
We have time.
We have time.
Not today, but yes, eventually.
Another time.
Okay, it is time now though for the TMG News Desk, brought to you by Early Bird, which
Mm-hmm.
we actually alluded to in the last segment. That if everyone would just take a couple of Early Bird gummies, maybe everyone would chill out a little bit.
Yes, then
Yeah.
everybody would chill out a little bit more, because early bird gummies are the best for when you need to relax and chill out. They have come on board with us here on the show. It's been a few weeks now, and we've had some good time to try them out. I know you enjoy them before sleeping. I enjoy them just like after I'm kind of done with my to-do list. And just want to chill out and relax, and I maybe don't want to have a glass of wine. They're a recreational hemp product. They contain less than 2.5 milligrams of natural THC. So just a little bit of it, less than 12.5 milligrams of CBD in each gummy. They're formulated with a microdose of THC, a little tiny bit. They're designated or designed to make you feel good. They are legal. Everything's on the up and up with them. It's just a different way to kind of chill out. There are a ton of different use cases. Like we've been talking about, some people use them to relax. Some use them to pregame before going out or something like that. Some like to get a little buzz before they go swimming in the summer. If you're in Austin, Barton Springs, you know all about that. This is an Austin-based company. So I I like that about them too. But what it comes down to is basically that they've formulated early birds with a microdose of THC that makes you feel great. There's obviously other added benefits anytime, with CBD and all of that, but this is just something that can help you chill out a little bit.
Yeah. And I will say from personal experience, I liken like one gummy to like a glass of wine. So that's the same. So I've been trying to, maybe have half a glass of wine and then maybe pop a gummy before it's time to go to bed, and then sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
Like I will say they're legit.
They're legit. And
I haven't the only time I've ever had them is when like kids are in bed, like I've got all my stuff done for the day and I know I can just like chill and relax.
Yes.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not driving. I'm not making
it's just a little bit of a take the edge off.
Yes.
Take the edge off.
And it does make you're just kind of feeling, this is nice.
So it's kind of lovely.
Yes, it is
we do
lovely.
have a discount code.
Yep.
It is TMG. It's good for 20% off a new customer's first purchase. The URL to use that discount code, earlybirdcbd.com/TMG. And then that discount will be automatically applied. So that's all you have to do. Just go to that URL and buy your gummies. You'll get that 20% discount. earlybirdcbd.com/TMG.
And I will say my favorite flavor is strawberry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like strawberry too.
I'm not a big watermelon fan, but I don't hate it.
I didn't mind the
lemon's
lemon.
good. I like lemon, but strawberry is my favorite.
Yeah, I
Those are
think
the
I
three
would
flavors.
agree with you on that.
Okay, so TMG News Desk, you said you had something. I didn't check my email. So I'm dying to hear what this is.
Oh, yeah. I have to find it real quick. Basically, I think it was Marquise Daniel, an NFL player today decided to retire early on because he wanted to go pursue a career in streaming.
Oh,
in
wow.
Twitch and all of that. And he said that it would be better for his body and he could make just as much, if not more money. And I thought that was really interesting. This news just came down Tuesday of this week. So
Marquise Brown,
wide receiver. Yeah.
What's his back?
I think he plays for Baltimore.
He's 24.
24. Yeah. So this just came down this morning.
Oh, it's Hollywood. Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a pretty, it's not just a nobody. It's not just a practice squad guy.
No.
He's expected to step away from football and further pursue a streaming and content creating career. The source here cites future health and higher earnings potential as the main factors. So I just feel like it's almost a bigger conversation. No matter what you're doing, when people start to get more notoriety, and they see that they have this like audience, you're seeing it like on Instagram and everything. You're seeing it with like college athletes. You're seeing it with cheerleaders. You're seeing it with teachers. Like I see all these TikToks with like teachers in their classroom, like doing a dance, and talking about teaching and doing the like pointing to this and pointing to that and blah, 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 with nurses, with doctors, like it's everybody. And so it's just interesting to me. This is one of the first NFL players, to my recollection, that's saying, okay, I'm in the NFL. Like I've essentially made it. I've worked my whole life for this, but I'm just going to blow this joint because I can sit at home and play video games and create content and basically make the same amount of money.
And you know what else too? Let me say, like this kid, and listen, I'm just looking on his Wikipedia page. He looks like a hustler. So he signed with College of the Canyons for the 2016 season. Because they did not offer scholarships. So he worked at Six Flags Magic Mountain to make ends meet.
Wow.
Then after a year there, he received several Division I offers. He played at OU. I knew I'd heard of him. The fact that they were calling him Marquise threw me off because he's Hollywood. And the reason they call him that because he's from Hollywood, Florida. But yeah, and then he was drafted in the 2019 NFL draft, 25th overall. So he's a first round pick.
Yeah.
And so I think this kid's just a hustler. Like I think he's a hustler. And I think he's like, I think I can do more in another area. And maybe football wasn't giving him the joy that he thought it would give him. And kudos to him.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. And
I wonder if he wants to come on the mom game.
We should check. You guys are first name, nickname basis.
There
you go.
Once I looked him up on his Wikipedia
Tell him
page.
he has the same birthday as me too. I'm just 12 years older than him.
Wait, what is that? When is that?
June 4th.
June 4th. Okay.
But yeah, it maybe he is just a hustler, and he's just
a hustler and smart. Maybe
hustler
he's like,
and smart.
I'm not.
But But it's kind of like what it all comes down to in the end. And we talk about that. It's like, if you have a job, whether it's the NFL or, you know, whatever it is, working at a desk job, and you find a way to make more money and have more flexibility, like that's the whole like mass exodus of workers throughout the pandemic. People were realizing this, and I'm like, this is an NFL player realizing it. So I just felt like that was really interesting and topical and kind of cool. You know, we've had Mike Soroy on here, and he's big into the Twitch, and he came on and he's telling us, he's like, you guys, this is going to be it. Like, this is going to be like what people are doing. And I think you and I are probably in the same department where it's almost like, what? So I'm just going to turn a blind eye because I can't. Same with crypto, NFTs.
I mean, like we just
everything.
Got to episode 100 of this podcast thing. Like we got to.
Right.
Yeah.
But podcast is more cutting edge even than some other things.
Right.
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, it's just interesting. So, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But also, like,
cool.
when something like that happens, you're like, is this the first of many? Like,
are
more players going to be like, well, you know what? My effing head hurts and my shoulder hurts.
And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know about this story until you just told it to me. But I expected, like, when you said that initially, I'm like, okay, he's 32. He's had a 10-year career in the league. I mean, he's 24. First round draft pick.
Yeah.
Like, that's like good for him.
A lot of
and you know what?
I
bet there are companies that will snap him up in a heartbeat
100%.
as a like endorser and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And we haven't even talked about the whole college athletics thing with,
which
NIL.
we need to get somebody on the show to talk about that too.
Yeah, because that's big.
Okay.
That's huge.
And we've got lots of things to do.
Lots of things
Golf
to do.
round table. We
so
need
much
a college coach.
So little
on.
time.
And then we were going to have husband talk. We kind of had it earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Which I think we pretty much did have it earlier in the show.
Yep.
But I think we need to add to our calendar. So golf round table, college football coach, or college coach period, to talk about NIL. And then I think we need to have our husbands back on.
Okay.
Because when our husbands came on the first time,
it was very new.
We were in our houses.
Yeah.
I feel like we need Mike and Kelly sitting in these chairs.
That'd be funny.
And it may have to be after Star season ends, but it needs to happen.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And we'll have some sort of game plan of like things we want to talk about with them.
We could have like a newlywed game.
Yeah. I like
it. I'm rocking because I have to go.
I know you have to pee. But yeah, we'll have Adam on next week.
Yes.
Who's our third in this little biz. And
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more dad stuff, dad life with him. And as usual, lots of good, fun things on the way.
Good fun
here
stuff.
on the Mom Game. Are we ready to peace out?
Yes, please.
Can you not drain your bladder before the show?
You don't understand. I have the world's
Mom Game out.
smallest
Mom Game
bladder.
out. Mom Game out.
1, 2, 3.
Mom Game out.